Oi, lads. Okay, so the next qualifier event is going to be Historic. It's in a week or two, so I'm not going to only play Historic, but let's be a bit more focused on Historic for now. I'd love to find a new deck for Historic, but it's so hard, man. The Historic decks are so damn good that finding a new one's just very unlikely, but we'll try. 5-color Kami War. Probably not going to go for the Kami War deck. Everything in Kamigawa seems just like a little too slow for Historic.
This is great banter.
Unless...
It really is.
Unless this thing is the nuts. The Isshin 2 Heavens is 1. Alright, can we build a Historic deck where I cast this, attack all and win? Maybe. It's at least a possible Historic card. Alright, let's try Isshin 2 Heavens is 1. Let's at least see. So we need... What? If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. Attack. When attacks. Double Fervent Champion trigger? That's maybe decent. 2 cards under Bomat? Also maybe decent. Alright, so you really don't have a lot of 1-drops. You basically would have to play all of these. Bomat, Fervent Champion. Dude, that's honestly pretty good, right? The Vanguard? Hello? 2 mana, 1/2 flyer, make 2 tokens? The Adventurer is also a knight, so it helps with your champion. Double Cavalcade triggers. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks. I mean, that is a way to win games, but I don't know if you would be able to... Like, you wouldn't be able to play a card like Triumphant Adventurer, right? And I don't know if you'd be able to fill the deck with... I don't even know if Isshin has enough creatures in the format to even fill a deck in the first place, and then you would have to confine yourself to only 1 power creatures, right? So that your Cavalcade is good if you don't draw Isshin, and your Isshin is good if you don't draw Cavalcade. So you wouldn't be able to play like Robber. I don't know if there's enough power 1 creatures to do that. I mean, this guy is sick, no? Vanguard? Can try it. I hope there's enough cards to actually make a deck here, because this would be quite a cool deck that we have. We'll be able to use cards that you don't really get to play with otherwise. Alright, there's like no other 3-drops, but that's fine. Don't really want any other 3-drops anyway, I don't think. Just this guy, and Cleave, right? Oh yeah, you can use the training 1-drop, that's true. At least it's a 3rd 1-drop, right? Bomat, Fervent Champion, Initiate. I mean, Initiate's not very good in a Cavalcade deck, though. I'd be giving up on the Cavalcade Dream. This just seems like it could be... This seems like the type of thing that you have to play, though, to make this type of deck worthwhile, right? Like, I know Cavalcade of Calamity is a meme card, but do you know what else is a meme thing? Like, this is just Mardu Gruul. You know, this is... Like, this is not actually a deck. Whereas this is an alternative way to win. This is the type of card that you need in these kind of decks. So I think we're supposed to do Cavalcade version. But a big problem of playing Cavalcade is that you have to you can't play your Initiate. Oh, Scorch Spitter? Okay, fine. Hit me with Scorch Spitter. Robber, out. Adventurer, out. Cavalcade me. Conquistador. When it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Alright, so this is just a 1/2 Scorch Spitter. I mean, we've got draw off of Bomi too, right? We've got Bomi and Bond. That should be enough. I don't think there's any other creatures for the deck. We're on 52 cards here, so we need removal and then maybe some discard. I don't think you want a Danto, man. He's kind of scuffed. I'll try a Danto. At least it's a creature that procs off of both of our cards here, right? I only want to play creatures that proc both. Because there is enough creatures to fill the deck that proc both. There's not a huge amount more, but we can no, it doesn't. How does it not? Vanguard gives a Calamity trigger, right? So you get a Calamity trigger and you also get you become a 5/1. 5/1 indestructible. As long as it's already attacking, it gets buffed. Yeah, so you definitely get a Calamity trigger. No Isshin trigger. Okay, rip. Still at 52 cards here. We're close, chat. We're very close. Alright, first issue to solve. We need some removal, man. What's the removal? Should we just play the reality? I mean, it's 1 mana. Even if they have another creature, it comes into play tapped. All of our attacks are so strong. Getting like 1 extra attack through past a tapped creature should be enough to win. Let's try the reality. I'm not playing push because we can't revolt. So we've got removal, we've got draw. Do we want to search for another creature, or do we want to just play like Thoughtseize? I've got a card that's good in this deck, chat. Pog. I'll take a free 5/5. Yeah, so we can play Thoughtseize or Mana Tithe. What do you want, chat? Both are super good. I guess it's quite hard for our deck to hold up 1 mana. Alright, I'll play 1 of Tithe. 4 of Thoughtseize. And look at this, chat. 61 cards, baby. Now we're making cuts. Making freaking cuts to the deck. Popping off. This is a very level 0 deck, man. We have a clear plan. We will execute our plan and hopefully win. I can guarantee there will be some opponents that are not prepared for this, though. Alright, what's our worst 1-drop? We're going to trim down to 3 copies. Scorch Spitter? 20 lands is enough, right? We need 3 lands on turn 3 and then never draw a land for the rest of the game. Conquistador? I think in this deck, isn't Conquistador strictly better than Scorch Spitter? Strictly Nerge. When it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. I mean, it is exactly the same, no? It is. We've actually found a case of the strictly. First time in Magic history where strictly is true. Scorch Spitter can hit Planeswalker. Ooh! Okay, not strictly better. The elusive strictly hunt continues.
This is great.
Alright, let's cut a second Spitter and add another Lando. Give me a Den. Well, actually, yeah, it has to be Den. We can't play Hive because we've got Vanguard. Alright. So of course this deck is much more likely to be trash than be good. But you never know, man. Maybe we can just squeeze out 20 damage just enough times. You never frickin' know. Let's give it a try in best of 1 quickly. This deck has trash, garbage written all over it. Worse than Winota. Really? Our deck looks worse than a banned deck. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to answer the #1 question. Do we have to mull hands that don't have Isshin or Calamity? Bro, what the hell is this? Is it Burn? Alright, I mean, they've got 2 removal spells, and I've got 3 creatures, so... Hit me with a Cavalcade or Isshin top deck, please. But this Jegantha is gonna pop. The face has started. Very interesting. -2. Oh, dude, give me a Cavalcade or an Isshin one time. One frickin' time. This is all we're trying to do, chat. We're just trying to attack enough times to deal 20 damage before we run out of cards. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, guys, but I think we might just about deal 20 here. It's looking good. So Isshin will make both of our Fervent Champions 3/1s. I think because they've got blockers, it's still better to play Jegantha this turn. Hey man, it's looking good. Opponent had a ton of removal and it's still not enough. 4 removal spells? They're still getting smarked. Alright, that was a win without Isshin or Cavalcade. Not bad. Try again. We really need the 3rd land, man. We really don't need the 4th land. Okay, honestly that's pretty good. It's a lot of damage, man. It's a lot of damage and a lot of tokens. I draw 4. Pew 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 pew. Alright. Opponent was playing the inferior creature build. That's all we're trying to do, man. We're not trying to deal a million damage. We're trying to deal exactly enough damage when we run out of cards. I'm still waiting for the game where we have Cavalcade and Isshin. Alright, surely we'll draw some creatures here. They're using snow plains. It's a little weird. Dude, this card is so damn good, man. Even playing it in creature pile. I Ganju and Baseyu, huh? Alright, we're top decking. Our deck plays more draw than opponent, though. Opponent would obviously never top deck a relevant spell. Okay. We also have Jegantha, which is just an absolute monster on this battlefield. What? I block the Voice of the Blessed. Or do I block the Scurry Oak? Guess opponent just doesn't realise that 2 and 3 are different numbers. They have now realised. Good games. Oh, baby. Alright, I keep. Now we absolutely fucking pop off. Conquistador me. Cavalcade me. Opponent's on 17 already. Land iteration. Oh man. These kids. Vanguard me. Champion me. Surely they're just dead next turn, right? So fucking lucky. Pew 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 pew. Alright, 7. I draw 2 cards. Tapped land. Good games. 4-1. 4 frickin' 1, baby. We poppin'. Opponent's messing around casting 2 mana, draw 2. When I'm casting 2 mana, deal 10. Gotta say, our non-creature cards in this deck are pretty good. Go Bomi. Get him. Two mana, draw 2. Discontinuity. Draw 2. That's kind of a sick interaction, man. This Bomi is going off. We've done more damage to ourselves than we have to the opponent, but I feel like that's okay. Opponent? Just play your narset, man. Stop messing around. 3 mana, draw a card, rather than 1 mana, draw 6 cards. I don't think Kikijiki's that good in this deck, is it? I don't really see why it's that good. Six cards under the Bomi, by the way. Tell me that's not goated. Give me a little land, wrath, mana tithe, crack the Bomi, draw 6. Draw more mana tithes, which I can't do because there's only 1 in the deck. Easy 5-1. What are we learning here, chat? The strategy of your Magic the Gathering deck does not need to be 5-head to be good. Having a 5-head strategy is merely an option, not a requirement. You can use a strategy of just deal enough damage to win. That can be your entire plan.
Thanks for the content, Mr. Streamer.
Small John, thank you for 3 months, man. I appreciate that very much. Conquistador, get in there, baby. Frick him up, frick him up. Oh, we are about to fucking pop off in just a matter of a few turns. Like in just a few turns time, we're gonna roll. $80 deck, by the way. Hits the purge. So lucky. Give me a little white untapped. Going fine so far. This removes artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Okay. Give me a... What have we got? 2 red, 2 black, 2 white. Alright, what do we need a third of? Red? Give me a red, because we've got the den that we might be attacking with soon, which we might lose. Give me Isshin, we've got Bond as well. Oh, we get the triggers, baby! Swinging for 6! Pew 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 pew! They go to 10, man. Opponent, your life total. Your life total, my friend. Next turn we make 2 goblins. With the sneaky little one of them. Okay, those cards are pretty good though. Alright, what do we have here, chat? We have Den Attack. We have Vanguard Thoughtseize. Vanguard Thoughtseize into Calamity next turn's gotta be nice. Absorb, Casket, Purge. Okay, get rid of that thing. They don't really have much for our den. Man, they had to play that land last turn, huh? They've kind of taken themselves off the option of using the hall. Oh, it's too late now, buddy. It's far too late now, my friend. Alright, chat, what is 4 plus 1 plus 1? 6? That's 6-1, and we keep going, baby. Deck is just gas. Our opponents are, I mean, it's not exactly the most difficult strategy for opponent to interact with. And they could be ready for our strategy, but that's kind of irrelevant when they're just not. They're not ready. New tier 0 deck. I don't think this deck has any chance of being tier 0 or tier 1 long term. But it might be a tier 1 deck for a day. If people are not ready, they're not ready, man. There's lots of, like... This could be the cycling of the historic format. Where's your lanterns, you know? That's all I'm saying. Alright, I see farmland, I cast Thoughtseize. Seven one. Banking up. Why not got a Sokenzan in the deck? There's just no space for it, man. We play such a small number of lands and we need to be able to cast all of these. We've got 3 different coloured 1-drops. But there's only space in the deck for one single land that doesn't produce 2 colours or more. And we went for the Den, which I think is fine. I think the Den is better than the Sokenzan. Even I'm sure the Sokenzan is fine too, though. Gotta wait a second, chat. Arena Matchmaker is lifting us up to the next tier of opponents. So the only thing we've lost to so far was Auras. Auras does seem like it could be hard, to be fair. I mean, it kind of depends how many of those lifelink Auras they find, right? How many they play, how many they draw. I think we can put up a fight if it's just a race to deal 20 damage. But we're kinda dead to 1 attack with a lifelink aura. Sir Willbald. Come on, man. Are there any 1-mana creatures and enchantments? I don't think they would play the Generous Visitor. Alseid is an enchantment creature, but I don't think you would play that either. Presence, Authority. No, this only brings out a creature card. So I think we take Presence, right? And then we just remove that creature. They could have like an Alseid or 2, but I don't think there will be anything other than that. Alright, 1-mana exile removal coming through. Bro, what a card. One mana instant exile removal. That was a pretty sick top deck for them, though, sadly. I don't really understand why they play Fabled Passage, man. I mean, it's good, it's not a bad land, but Historic's already got some really sick lands.
I am blessed by Nyx.
I can hit Calyx with my tokens, right? I don't need to though. My Vanguard's gonna be attacking for 3. They block 1. I need to put 1 token into Calyx.
Destiny draws me elsewhere.
Dude, we cracked through the 9 lives pretty fast, as long as they don't have the Solemnity as well. We're not quite going to push through the 9 lives next turn. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers, 1 blocker. They dead? GG's? Oh wait, this Conquistador? Does the Conquistador proc? No, it doesn't proc it! No! It's actually damage! Oh wait, 15 triggers? What? How is it 15 triggers? There was 15... How was that 15? I knew it was a lot, but 15 seems like too many. Oh, double Cavalcade. Okay. Alright, that was sick. And we move to 8-1 and we continue on. Ecuador! Ecuador!